Hey there, if you like my videos, you might also like my comedy web series YouTube Blue, which debuts with its first episode on January 2nd, with weekly episodes coming every Saturday. If you want to see that, click the link in the description to go over to the YouTube Blue official YouTube channel. Now on with the video. I grew up watching Robert Rodriguez movies. Spy Kids, Shorts, Sharkboy and Lavagirl, these were all my jams. And as I've gotten older, I've grown only to respect him more and more for his abilities of making movies of such radically different genres, from kids movies to horror movies to westerns, and for making movies low budget while still trying to stay at the forefront of technology. Almost all of both Spy Kids 3 and Sharkboy and Lavagirl, for example, were shot entirely on green screen, with the entire environment being CGI. It doesn't look very good in retrospect, but hey, it's interesting, and these technological advancements are a lot of the times used to cut the budget. To put this in perspective, Robert Rodriguez's first movie, El Mariachi, was shot in 1991 on a budget of $9,000, and it went under budget, clocking in at about $7,000, though a few thousand more dollars were used by Columbia Pictures to reshoot parts of it and dub it into English when it was picked up by them for distribution. My point here is that I respect Robert Rodriguez a lot. With that being said, he's not that great at coming up with good plots. His most successful and long-standing movies are his kids' movies, and I think that the reason why these movies work is because they're based on a very simple and appealing premise. There are some really cool ideas that help make it memorable, and all the weird ideas and poor plots kind of fade away because the people watching are kids and don't mind, eventually forgetting about all that by the time they next remember the movie. I think this is pretty clear in Robert Rodriguez's latest kids film, We Can Be Heroes, which debuted on Netflix last week on Christmas. This movie created lots of buzz because it's a very loose sequel to Sharkboy and Lavagirl, though as I kind of expected going into this, it basically means that they show up for a few scenes but aren't main characters. Their inclusion is minor enough that it almost feels like they weren't originally supposed to be in the movie, but then Netflix said, hey, do you think you could write Sharkboy and Lavagirl into this? We'll reveal that before the movie comes out, and it'll bring enough hype that a bunch of people will watch the movie. So, what is this movie? Well, it's about a group of kids with superheroes as parents that must step up and save the world when a new threat takes their parents out of commission. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, right. It's the same plot as Spy Kids, but with superheroes instead of spies. But yeah, let's talk about some good things about this film and some bad things. So let's talk about the characters. The adults are all really bland, but I'm willing to give them a pass, given that their kids are really the focus of the movie. As for the kids, they're kind of a mixed bag. Some of them are alright, even clever, like our main character, Missy Moreno, being the one without powers, and butting heads with a wild card, a kid that has every power, but doesn't know how to control them. There's Guppy, Sharkboy and Lavagirl's daughter, that can control water and has shark strength, Noodles, who's basically Mr. Fantastic, and Fast Forward and Rewind, twins with time powers, which is pretty awesome. Then there are some mid-tier characters like Acapella, who has singing powers that are kinda clever, but sometimes can be kind of annoying and cringy. There's Wheels, a kid in a wheelchair with big brains, and Ojo, who can draw things that will happen in the future. I mean, that's creative, I guess, but you could rephrase that as just being a Deus Ex Machina power with a gimmick tacked on to make it less Deus Ex Machina. Then there are characters like Facemaker, who can morph his face, which you know just from hearing will be used once in a way that's actually useful, which clearly will be morphing his face into someone else's and impersonating them, and the rest of the movie will just be making stupid, annoying faces. Also Slowmo, whose power is that he constantly moves in slow motion. No, I don't think that ever actually comes in handy. He does use his powers once to do something useful in the whole movie though. Basically, this whole deactivator thing is really far down and none of them can get down there because it's so far down that no one that jumps will survive. But then Slowmo uses the fact that he moves in slow motion and jumps down in slow motion so there's less impact. That's pretty clever, but it doesn't actually end up meaning anything because immediately afterwards they wonder how they'll get Slowmo back up, so Wildcard teleports down and brings him up. So Wildcard could have just teleported down there earlier. But how's the plot? It's pretty average with some really head-shaking moments. So basically, aliens invade Earth and take captive a team of superheroes called the Heroics. Their kids had all been brought to the Heroics program HQ to keep them safe from the attack, but then the aliens attack the HQ and they have to team up to escape. But now the aliens are hunting them down and they have to lay low while trying to get to the alien spaceship and rescue their parents. Okay, I'm following. So then it's revealed that Miss Granada, the head of the Heroics program, and the President of the United States are actually aliens themselves, and it was an inside job. Alright, a little cliche, but cool. And then it turns out that Ojo is also an alien spy. Okay, and Missy knew the whole time because Ojo accidentally drew her being an alien into one of her future drawings? How does that even happen? Doesn't she look at those things first and then go, okay, this one reveals I'm an alien, and I don't want them to know that, so I'm not going to give them this one? And then it's revealed that it was actually a test the whole time. There was no real invasion. It was something they did so the kids would work together as a team. What? I don't know about you guys, but I groan so hard whenever "it was all a test" is used. And it turns out that it doesn't mean that there are no aliens, but that the aliens are real and really did infiltrate the US government. Just that they're nice aliens that wanted to help and make this fake invasion. And also, for some reason, they reveal that Ojo is their leader because on their planet the kids are in charge, because of course. So yeah, the end of this movie is a mess, but honestly, it's not that bad. If you showed this to your kids, they'd probably like it. Even from an objective, non-rose tinted perspective, I don't think it's as good as most of the Spy Kids movies or Sharkboy and Lavagirl, but it's pretty on par with things like Shorts and Spy Kids 3 and 4. Have you watched it? Let me know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for daily videos on the franchises you love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.